Good evening, everyone. Hopefully you're having a wonderful Monday afternoon. I assume it is. So I got an interesting one for you today. I've seen some things popping up on the internet about quarter-life crisis. Apparently it's happening to Gen Z and early millennials. I can attest, and from what they say, I can attest that this is not something I made up. It's actually a thing. So I thought I'd give my opinion on it while going for a little hike. So let's get into it. So apparently what this quarter life crisis thing is same thing as a midlife crisis, but it's in your 20s and early 30s. And I think the effect of what this, or the reason why this is actually happening, is 4 reasons. Reason 1, parents. So I think parents, they have a kind of the old school view on things, how things were. So pretty much they go, oh, you're in your late teens, you should have a girlfriend, you should be doing really good in school, go to the right college, yada yada yada, all of that stuff. Go to college. Luckily, my parents weren't like that at all. Then when you're 18, they're like, okay, you're out of the house. Wow. A lot of them are. You're 18. You're an adult. You go out on your own and figure it out. Like I said before, I'm glad my parents were. They were very accommodating. They're like, no, you can stay because we know when you leave the house, you're not going to be back for quite a while. So wait until you're good and ready. But I don't think a lot of parents nowadays have that sort of view. So unfortunately, also a lot of parents, when you're in your 20s, they're like, oh, you're 21, you should have a girlfriend. Why don't you have a girlfriend yet? Oh, you're 24, why aren't you married? Right? Back in my day, when I met your mother, I married her when I was 22. You're 24. You're behind everybody. And then it goes. Then later after that, oh, you're 26. Oh my gosh. We had a house when we were 26 and had our first kid. So stuff like that. I think that's a big reason why this quarter life crisis is starting, and because it gets to you after a while. Reason number 2, society, how our society works. Pretty much our society says go to school, go to school for, I don't know, 12 years, and after you do that, go straight to college. Oh, after that, go party in college, and after you're partying in college, in high school, either have a girlfriend, or either in college have a girlfriend, and then after college you get married, and then after you get married, you get a house. Before you get married, you get right out of college, you get a good job, and after a good job you get married, and after get married you get a mortgage and get a house, and then you have kids, and then, right, society says this is how you do things, and makes it seem like everything's so easy, so cut and dry. It's kind of like this right in front of us, right? It's kind of like hiking. They make it seem like there's a path right in front of you that you can easily climb up, but unfortunately life's more like a goat path, where it's narrow, it's twisty, there's rocks and roots in the way, and you're tripping, you're falling, right? It just sucks sometimes because it's muddy and bogs you down. So that's society. And third, excuse me, I didn't write this down, so I'm kind of just riffing. Third is social media. And this is a big one. Because say you're kind of like me, your parents tell you, oh yeah, you can, right? You can stay at home as long as you want. Right? Because yeah, stay at home as long as you want, because we know when you leave, you're gonna be gone. So that's all well and good, and you're working while it's up. You're seeing those numbers in your bank account just skyrocket. And I don't know if this is how it is right now with Gen Z, but I know, like, well, at least for me as a millennial, I was like, oh yeah, that's awesome, I got a ton of money. But then I'd open Facebook, and Facebook would take all of that right out of me. All of that feeling of making it in life and all that. Because I'd see, and I think this is the same for Gen Zers, is on Facebook, I'd see all of my friends having a blast at college parties, and they'd be drinking at college parties. They'd be, well, not my friends, but there's pictures of people like up in Dubai or Bali, or traveling to Europe, or going to Mexico, definitely going to Mexico and going to the States. And I'm like, I'm here in a small town working away and still living with my parents. Oh, I'm so, right? I'm a loser. I'm so far behind. And that's the worst. That's like worse than parents. That's worse than anything, or like worse, because that's in your head. It's all in your head, and you're actually doing like really, really well, because money is like super, well, is one of the most important things to have. But in your head, you're like, in life, I'm behind everybody else. Everybody else having all this fun, right? So that's, social media is probably the biggest out of everything. And fourthly, is the internet. And I chalk most of this up to YouTube. Is you see in your 20s, you're watching YouTube, well, even before, and there's these ripped guys being like, oh, you're in your 20s and you're still skinny. Oh my gosh, you can get ripped like you're, like, have arms the size of your head. Yada yada yada. Get going, get to it, which is fine and all that, right? It's good in a way to get you going and get you motivated. But when you see video, like when YouTube feeds you video and video and video and video at that, eventually you're like, oh my gosh, I have to be, if everybody's like that, so I have to be like that, right? I'm in my mid-20s, right? I don't have muscles like that. But I guess that's sort of a poor example, because everybody should, focus on personal fitness. But we all know that a ton of those fitness gurus aren't just be healthy. It's here's how you get six-pack abs in 6 months. Buy my protein powder, and all the rest of them. And I'm bad for this as well, showing hiking and all that other stuff, traveling, yada yada yada, is showing different parts of the world. And that's a big issue right there. But wow, not quite an issue, but it also feeds the I'm getting older, right? What am I doing with my life? So, in conclusion, all you Zillennials, take it from me, take it from somebody who's kind of been through all this stuff and got over the hump of the quarter-life crisis. That's you're just getting started. You're supposed to be behind in everything. You're supposed to be in your 20s. You're supposed to be grinding. You're not going to have the best job. You're not going to be traveling all over the place. You're not going to be, right? If you had the parents that say, hey, you can, if you're like me and have parents that are like, hey, stay with us as long as possible, stay with them as long as possible. And don't mind if anybody else, like your friends, tell you that you're not a grown-up because of that. Because when you leave home, you're not going to be seeing your parents very often. You're not going to be seeing your family. You're going to be mostly working. And it might be like a dead-end job or something. And you're going to miss that part of your life. And I'm going to tell you that your parents and your grandparents aren't going to be around forever. So enjoy as much time as you can with them. Because, like I said, that won't last. And, work hard in your 20s. Work. And by your 30s, then you'll be able to travel and go out. And then you'll be the guy posting on social media, hey, I'm out in Europe and I don't have to worry about going into debt to go travel. I don't have to worry about money while I'm traveling. I can just go and enjoy myself. So, and that's one of the biggest and greatest things. So, that's all I got for you on this. Sorry for, I think, going off topic a little bit, but if you like this sort of content, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know what you think about the whole quarter-life crisis. Did you guys go through the same thing? And if you like this, also subscribe, because that would be awesome. And have a great day.